Well, no. I don't think I've ever done a morning. I don't know if you guys know if it's really early or really late. But for me, it's really early. It's 7:30. Fucking stock market is about to open. Okay, so I know that it's a little unconventional, but I don't really know what the laws are. So I have a show that I am gonna watch, and I'll post what I'm watching. I'm watching Joe Rogan with Paul Stamets. Now, if you Stamets or Stamets? 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 Damn it! Okay, so this guy is one of my fucking heroes. Not Joe Rogan, he's cool, whatever. I would love to meet him one day. But Paul Stamets, holy fucking shit. Like, the incredible amount of energy that this man has dedicated to the exploration of mushrooms is so fucking inspiring. Man, I look like shit. I'm gonna put my fucking glasses on. I'm starting to look old. Mm. Ha. Got it. So, this guy, if you're not aware of who the fuck he is, he's like the mushroom man. Like, legitimately, he. I guess maybe I'm not smart enough to say he's world renowned, but I know for sure he is at the top of the fucking list as far as mushroom science has gone. Like, excuse me, I have learned so much from this man. And this morning I woke up and I was like, hey, I love the mushrooms. Why don't we learn more about mushrooms? And not like how to grow mushrooms, because I already know how to do that. But I mean, like, what's going on with them, right? I think the last time, when did the, okay, so Mycelium Running is a book that he wrote, and the Paul Stamets guy, and I don't remember all of it, but I fucking read it, and it blew my mind. To be honest with you, it fucking blew my mind. Like, this, okay, so there's this one mushroom that is something like 2,200 meters, I guess, long, wide. I don't fucking know. I don't know if it was like a circle or whatever. But anyways, when I started to learn about how these mushrooms interact with each other and how they replenish the earth, with their greatness, I was hooked immediately. And I didn't really even know about this dude until I went over to Cali. So I went over to California, right? And then everybody was like, oh, we should go hunt some mushrooms. And I was like, I don't understand, because I'm from the Midwest. And they were like, yeah, we can, like, make food. And I was like, what? We're gonna go get some mushrooms? And they were like, yeah, let's go get some mushrooms. And then I learned that I happened to have grown up in a shit spot in the United States where there's really not that many mushrooms to go and hunt. And I had so much fucking fun. And then these people who were hunting and eating these mushrooms, they were kind enough to give me literature. And I sat in my little fucking cabin and I read the fuck out of that shit. Like, What the Rain Brings and More? Is that what the book is called? I don't know. I'm actually just talking to myself until you watch this after it's already been made. What the Rain Brings and More? What is the name of that book? Let's try and figure it out. Isn't it interesting how you feel more comfortable speaking into a camera than you do speaking to yourself out loud, as though you're having a conversation with anyone other than yourself? Because right now I know it's just us. And good morning. Good morning to you. I'm talking about mushrooms in case the title wasn't clear enough. So I woke up this morning and I was like, hey, I love mushrooms. Let's learn more about mushrooms. So then I went on YouTube and I found Joe Rogan did a show with Paul Stamets, who's like the fucking mushroom god. You know, he gives us all the information he has. So, chime in. I would love to talk to you about mushrooms, and I don't know what you're doing, but I am not able to watch this with you audibly. So, I'm going to use the computer, and I have my earphones. I don't think this is the... All the Rain Promises. All that the Rain Promises and More. So this fucking book is fantastic. If you don't have it, I'm looking right now, and Amazon, of course, fucking has it. So this is like your like pocket field guide for mushroom hunting. And it is super fucking fun. And if you get to live in a cool place like the Northwest, there are mushrooms all the time. Like, I think right now maybe like November is time for... What are the ones that smell like cinnamon? Mashitakes? I don't know. I do not retain information very well. This book is fantastic. They call it a pocket guide. I'm gonna have to learn more words than I already know. Okay. Well, so whatever. Where I'm at right now, there's no mushrooms to be found. There's morels. And they only come out for like a week. Not really, that's probably like 3 weeks, but So, I'm gonna wear my little headphones, and if somebody fucking is awake as early as I am, and then they want to say hi, I'll say hi. Otherwise, if you're watching this, I'm gonna share the link right now because I finally learned how to use Twitch. Maybe I didn't learn how to use it very well. We'll find out. Okay, if you happen to watch this after it's made, or if you're the first of surely many people awake at 7:30 in the morning, I'm watching this. I have to use my headphones because you're not allowed to hear it, which is crazy to me. But I really fucking like mushrooms, and this dude just blew my fucking mind talking about how mushrooms have been around for 2.4 billion years. And then he also, like, okay, we're gonna start from the beginning, so, like, fucking tune in, turn on, say hi, good morning, or good night. I don't fucking know where you are. You might be in a completely different place. You might be in India, and it might be almost dinner time. I don't know. And also, I just woke up, so I apologize that I don't really have my game face on yet. I'm so sorry. Oh, and then one of the other things that I'm super into, as far as like the mushroom thing, is they've started to like legalize it. And that's like a huge fucking market right there. I am an entrepreneur. I like making money, and I start businesses whenever I can. And I would love to talk to you guys about what you enjoy doing. Good morning. Let's see which states have legalized the mushrooms. I think I don't know if they're doing it like statewide or if they're doing it like by city. But a little bird, I want to say like 2 or 3, maybe even fucking 4 years ago now, told me that Denver legalized mushrooms, and I'm super into it. The deadline to submit signatures for a proposed ballot measure to legalize psilocybin mushrooms in California passed on Tuesday. Yes, bitch. See, was that yesterday? I don't know if that was yesterday or not. What day is today? Every day is Saturday. Yes. So, Oregon wants to do it. I mean, obviously, the fucking West Coast is going to be on the first, but I can swear, I thought for sure that fucking Denver or the whole fucking state of Colorado legalized mushrooms. There we go. Thanks, Spice. I trust you. Man, that's one of the things that I did. I love the pot and I love the mushrooms, and I was watching. Do you guys know the kings of cannabis, or the king of cannabis, Arjun, whatever the fuck his name is. He's over in Europe. But anyways, he goes around. He has this show which I've watched for 10 years. I don't fucking know. Maybe less than 10 years. Anyways, he goes around the world and he finds these cannabis seeds. I call it pot, but whatever. They go everywhere, and they have this really great fucking show that they like take you with them, you know, and they're like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something, but they go and talk to the locals and say like, hey, where's the pot growing? And then the locals point them in the correct, you know, direction, and then they go and they take the seeds and then they bring them home with them back to Europe. Okay, so this dude said that in okay, this Paul Stamets, Mr. Stamets, or Stamets, I still don't know. Whatever. He just said that 30% of our soil, meaning Earth's, is made up of fungus, and that it's storing the carbon. So like when people talk about how like, you know, the earth absorbs the carbon, like this is fucking, there's so much really cool fucking shit to learn. I love life. Life is so much fun. He said there's 8.3 to 10 million species of fungi, mushrooms. Like, fucking mushrooms outnumber plants 8 to 1, 10 to 1 on some estimates. Because dude's, you know, he's a fucking scientist, so he has to say like all the things. Like there's one fucking thing that he says. I watched a little bit of this already. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys. This fucking dude is like, hey, we as humans, not all of the flora and fauna, just strictly humans, have only been around for X amount of time, whereas fucking mushrooms have recorded, they've been studied and found and on record have been around like several times over what we have. Like we, even though we have cool things, you know, like phones and shit, like we're the Neanderthals still. Like fungus is the Jesus. We'll get to it. We'll get to it because I'm not doing very well because it's still early. Come and say hi. I want to say hi to you. I mean, I am saying hi to you, but like, I want you to say hi to me. He said for every 3 feet of tree root, there's 2,200 feet of mycelium. Which, in case you don't know, is what's under the ground. So the mycelium, which he has the book, Mycelium Running, right? So like, it kind of what you would imagine to be like a river, you know? So it just like runs through like little veins in your body. And then the mushrooms pop up out of the mycelium. 3 feet of tree root is 22 kilometers, or wait, 2,200 feet. What did he say? Fucking, like, a kilometer? Maybe he said a kilometer? God damn it. How come in America we don't know the fucking metric system? I need to learn it. We'll do that later. As a team. Good morning. Hi, Guy. I'm learning about mushrooms. I woke up this morning and I was like, I want to know more about mushrooms, but not on like a where do I get them or how do I grow them, but more like a what the fuck is going on with mushrooms. Did you know that mushrooms can, like, fungi will eat oil if there's an oil spill? They are deliberately planting mushrooms. This isn't in the show that I know of yet because I haven't watched all of it. They're deliberately planting mushrooms in the little area between the road and then whatever land, so like that dip, so that it can eat up all of the crap that our fucking cars spit out, including but not limited to oil. Amazing. This dude is like, he is one of my heroes. He has inspired me for years, and I'm really hoping that you get inspired too, because everybody wants to start the day off right. He's amazing. Greetings from Scotland, Guy. Greetings from America. How the fuck is Scotland? It's late, or is it late for you or early? Because it's early here. Are you on like a, how far ahead of you are you? Rainy and windy, the usual. There you go. At least you know what to expect, right? Well, welcome. I'm Spliff Mama. Ah, okay. It's just a bit after lunch, he said. Oh, Guy. So you're not that far ahead. You're only like 7 hours ahead. 6 hours ahead. I can do math, I promise. Right up there. What are you gonna do today? What are you doing? You've already had 6 more hours than I have. Thank you. You've been chilling, playing online chess. Ooh, that sounds like fun. You're watching random Twitch videos. Well, welcome to my very random show. I usually don't come on it in the morning, but I was learning something and I like helping other people to be encouraged to learn things, so I decided to say hi. And also well, my children just woke up and the sun's starting to creep in. And I didn't even brush my hair. I'm sorry. I like legit just rolled out of bed and was like, hi. Okay, so guys said it depends how mushrooms, they have to learn new things. I'm gonna try to decode that. Mushroom. Just wordplay. Okay, let me try and figure, maybe that one went over my head. Maybe it's too early for me. Depends how mushroom they have. Ah! Haha! I get it now. Dude, that was fucking good. That was funny. That was really funny. Now that I get it, I'm so sorry that you had to explain it to me. It's probably just because I'm not very smart. You're just a fun guy. Yes. I love it. Guy, that's so great. I love laughing and being happy, and you totally are rocking that right now. What other videos have you been watching over on Twitch? What randomness have you come into for the first half of your day? I was really excited that I found this video. I put the link up for what I'm watching. It's really fucking fantastic. You've been watching chess videos and some people doing speed run attempts on games. What the fuck is a speed run? Speed run? Oh, like you go through it as fast as you fucking can. I figured it out. See? Great success. Very good, very good. Doing a game as fast as possible, eh? Yeah, see, I figured it out. Awesome. And then super welcome, good morning, or good evening, or good afternoon. I don't know where you are, but it should be a very pleasant experience for you to be here with me right now. So please tell me what I can do to accommodate. Super, do you think advanced civilization exists in the universe? Yes, which is why we're watching this show. And I can put the link up again, but like I can't let you listen to it while I'm doing it, so we're doing it together. But yeah, so this dude is blowing my fucking mind, and I read his first book, Mycelium Running, and I, had my little. I have a very minimal understanding of mushrooms, but this motherfucker is telling us in this Joe Rogan Experience number 1035, fucking Paul Stamets comes on and he's like a boss, and he's like, look, mushrooms have been around a lot longer than we have, and they increase your brain connections. And I was like, oh shit, and it had my attention. And then 20 minutes in, I was like, I want to talk to everybody about this. Okay. To think outside the box, says Guy, you must first know what it means to think inside the box. Indeed, well said. Brave New World. Read it, if you haven't already. They probably just have the same limitation in terms of travel speeds, so they could be there, we just never get to see them due to distances. I'll give you that one. I have frequently looked up into the sky and pondered. I love a good morning think session. It makes me so happy. You guys are making me so happy right now. I took too much in my mouth. That was... Oh. We need warp drive. Yeah, tell Worf. I want to watch that show right now so badly now. But this is good. This is... Mr. Data, make it so. Exactly. So dude right now is saying that we have more genetic similarities with fungi than we do with anything else, which is fucking crazy. And he's suggesting that animals came from fungi and that we also did. We're a fungal mass. It's so fucking interesting. Mushrooms inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. You're learning something from a complete stoner, so there you go. the mycelium networks are so dense in the soil. Okay, I'm sorry. Super. If we are made of energy, what would happen to our energy when we die? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed, so think about that. No, you came from the earth, you returned to the earth. That's why I thought this was so fucking fascinating. I started watching this and he was like, look, fungi is a lot older than we are, and our brains work in a way where if we eat X, Y, or Z kind of mushroom, it creates new neurons in the brain. So then it helps us to become better. And he actually suggested that eating mushrooms, like, full disclosure, I fucking love the mushrooms, but I mostly do it to recalibrate. Like, if I understand that they help my brain to not be a bitch. Like, it's a necessity for me. And dude's saying every time you do this, you gain courage, empathy, kindness, logic. Like, I mean, he's a fucking scientist. Like, he's someone that I can listen to and trust and not whatever. So if we're all energy and then we die, I would assume you come from the earth, you return to the earth. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna come back as, but there you go. Do I believe in reincarnation? I love the idea of reincarnation, but I'm not really tied to anything. Like, it never really made sense to me. Like, I do think reincarnation, if you had to pick one, like, out of the outcome of what happens when you die, reincarnation is definitely my choice. To the point where I even have actively told my children, like, reincarnation is super fucking cool. Huh. Guys, there's mushroom for improvement in this field. Indeed, yeah. Paul Stamets, like, he's one of the leaders, right? Like, you guys know who the fuck he is. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Why did the farmer win an award? He was outstanding in his field. So silly. And then, guys, so that we are, in essence, the universe experiencing itself. I think about that shit every goddamn day. Like, one of the things that I think is hard for me to... Pardon me. One of the things that's hard for me to wrap my mind around, like, especially if we're taking into consideration reincarnation, and then this dude is saying that mushrooms are, like, rather, that we have been derived, like, humans have been derived from fungi. Because, like, the idea of reincarnation, there's X amount of people, right? And if we're reincarnating, then that would mean that there would have to be more people than there were when we started off with. And, like, what if it's not, like, because... Let me process my thought before I say anything. Like, in some traditions, they suggest that you would not necessarily come back as a human. You could come back as something else. And, like, the oldest tree was, what, like, 3,000 years old before that guy, like, fucked with it? Listen to the whispers in the wind. That was good, too. You're fucking quick. I like you, guy. Fucking follow me. Come and say hi. Like, come and say hi after this. That was awesome. That was good. And good morning to all of you. Guy and Mr. Hamburger, dude, super. Thanks for talking to me. I invite all of you to talk to me. I want to know what your life experience is like. And I'm also going to relay what I'm learning. We are all in boxes of some shape or form. And then, hi, hello, good morning to Luke. Or, yeah, I mean, I usually use like the first three letters, so you're Luke. And then Super said, would you consider a tree as an advanced form of life? I would, because trees and many other plants, they're very dominant species of life, in that if you get enough of them around each other, they will declare that to be their space, and they will fuck with anything else that grows within their space. And they combine root systems to keep steady. And then, man, those fucking the redwoods, when I moved out to California, I learned so much really cool shit. The redwoods, they grow hollow because they know that there's gonna be wildfires, right? And these motherfuckers don't, like, they're designed for this. Like, if you can tell me that there was no thought or, you know, like, progression, which in my mind translates to thought, like, I think you need to eat more mushrooms if you don't agree with me on this. Because I feel like, and then also what this guy is saying, like, he hasn't gotten to this part yet, but he said that because mycelium, you know, is under, so we don't see it, what we see, the visual, is the mushroom. The mycelium will interact with all of the things in the soil around it, and it will deliberately seek out how do I want to phrase this? Because my first thought is like to say protection, but then I don't think you would understand what that means. But then at the same time, I think that you would. It can secure itself in a way that it will back off of certain places, or it will devour. And it's, I mean, that's there's thought in that. That's, do I cross the fucking street or do I not? Like, this is not. This is so much fun. I love learning. And then, guys, that I find trees can be rather hollow. Usually they're dense. They need to branch out. Haha. Super, you're not telling me any of what you think. Don't ask me questions that you're not going to answer. That's not fun. It's a conversation, not an interview. I'm going to learn more while. So he said that they are incredibly resilient, which I just said. Haha, I agree with him. I'm sure he said it first, because I know when this was made. In 2017. Anyways, he was saying, God damn it, and I already forgot. I shouldn't have hit the spliff. I spent like 4 hours learning about, like, what is an auto-flowering plant? Why is that a great thing? Well, because they fucking finish in like 12 weeks. And then I went on like a little, because I want to set the grow room up again. And I haven't, like, I always used like the long, like the regular plants because I did it outside. But then if you're doing the grow room, it costs so fucking much. Like, how could you, why wouldn't you do that? They are spurious and sporadic. The trees, or the God, I already lost track of what we were talking about. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention to you. If you can't answer the meaning of life, can you answer the meaning of strife? Yeah, it's not enough mushrooms. I genuinely believe that that has been one of the best things I have found. Like, everybody already knows, good food makes you happy, and a solid amount of sleep makes you happy. Maybe, you have a hobby or something that you like fucking do. And I'm a very happy person. I'm generally like this. But enough stress that pot can't cure, a solid alone time with mushrooms, like, and oh,
Just for my dog to do.
oh, super fun.
Need a tower tape
That's awesome.
with ice cold water.
Thank you for telling me.
And even there's I see a Papalai Yana on there, but it doesn't gas that yarn.
Okay. And good morning to you as well. Okay, so good morning to you if you're just now joining us. My children are now awake, but that will not hinder our fantastic learning experience. No, but I like when I first really started to enjoy them, I didn't appreciate it for what it is now. I was in high school and I just knew that it was a lot of fun and it made me laugh, and my friends liked them as well, But then, so when I went off to uni, I studied psychology, and I started to learn about brain chemistry and all the different ways that people have been able to positively manipulate the brain. And I learned that you can microdose. And I was like, I want to try that. And I did for a whole year. And it brought me to a place where, like, now I don't worry too much, because if something really brings me down, I know that I can utilize that to recalibrate my head so that I feel normal again. And I encourage you guys to do the same. Oh yeah, I was looking up, pardon me for a minute. Dun. Well, anyway, yeah, so, like, now, 20 fucking years later, after the first fucking time I had the psychedelic mushrooms, I understand that lots of people are assholes, and it's gonna fuck with your head. If you utilize this as a tool instead of a Like, I'm not saying don't have fun with it, because it's fun. But when you know that you've reached a point where, like, the average things that you do on a day-to-day basis are not working, this is the one fucking thing that actually helps me. I'm sorry, I lost track of what you guys were talking about. Super says I'm scared to lose my mind by eating mushrooms. Seeing some things that should not be seen. I mean, maybe I should see those things, but explaining it to others could make me look like a crazy guy. Yeah, I did a pretty good job without reading your comment to kind of put you at ease. If you eat the mushrooms, in my opinion, start small. Because if you start small, you pretty much just have to deal with laughing. So if you can handle laughing, and you might cry, you know, there might be some pent up shit that you have to get rid of, but you're not gonna see anything crazy if you start small. And Super, you're over in France. Bonjour. Aha. Can you teach me some French? I really, like, that's one of the languages I thought would be really useful. Like, in America, Spanish is useful, but most people speak English. But then I thought, like, on my travels, you know, outside of the country, French, that's probably one of the best ones to go to. You know, like, lots of people speak French. I'm not fluent in any other language but English, but I know a little bit of a handful of languages. I would love to learn more if you're into teaching me. And then Guy says, when smoking a spliff, don't do it half-baked. That was good. I've never heard that one before. Ohio mini one. I don't know what that is. It's called High School for a reason. I got super. Pardon me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Do you like hugs? Even when I'm naked? AW3. I do not know if I... Okay, so the question is very confusing in that you're saying, do you like hugs? And the answer is sometimes. And then even when I'm naked, so this answer is still sometimes, because when you're naked and I'm hugging someone, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that hug. So, like, every time you're in the shower and I hug someone who obviously is not you, I may or may not be happy about it. I may or may not enjoy that. Super mushroom is champignon. How do you say this? You have to help me more on this one. Because in English, it reads champignon. So do you have to, like, is it like a champignon? Can you help me on this one? Dude, I fucking like you so much. Thank you so much for telling me this. I'm gonna be practicing all day. And then Guy says, don't hug a box, it might crush. Sound advice. And then it's Neon. Okay. Sham, no, it's sham, right? Like in French, that just sounds more French. Champignon. 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 Am I saying it correctly? Oh my god, super. You taught me a new word. I love learning so much. Excellent. Champignon. Champignon. Haha. How do you say I love mushrooms? Champignon. I want to learn more about mushrooms. This dude is he's so fucking smart. Like, he dedicated his entire life to this. I love it. It makes me so happy. Je mets les champignons. Je mets les je mets les champignons. No, I'm saying it wrong. Champignon. Champignon. Champignon? I don't know. See, I suck. I'm so sorry. You can say head, shoulders, knees, and toes in French. Perfect. I can't. Not at all. English, done. Does everyone speak English in Scotland? Guy, do you guys have like a... Obviously, I'm a very smart person if I have to ask the question if you guys speak other than English. Hud your weast. Hud your weast. I don't know if that's a joke or if those are words that make sense to anyone. Hud your weast. I feel like it's a joke, but I don't think it is, and now I'm just confused. Good morning. Shh, the sh sound. Ah, hud your wesht. Wesht? Wesht? Weesht? Weesht or wesht? Weesht. Okay, I figured it out. Weesht. Fucking awesome. What does that mean? Hud your weesht. It means be quiet. Fucking awesome. You're so funny. I'm gonna use that one. Now I already forgot how to say mushroom. Jesus. Champignon. 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 Nah, we mostly speak English. So yeah, okay, so I'm not retarded. Like, I knew that, and I just was being polite asking. But we do have some colloquialism. What are they? Unless you count Gaelic. Oh, do you speak? Is that what I was just speaking? Is that Gaelic? Hud your Visht. Wisht. I already fucking forgot. Wisht. Wisht. Oh, you don't speak Gaelic. That was just very Scottish English. Oh, well, it worked. You fooled me. We do have our own slang words. Yeah, that's what you said. What you got? Tell us. We want to know. We're dying to know. Well, slowly, hopefully. apparently the many bacterial diseases that affect us also affect fungi. Jan Bonnie Banks by the Jan Bonnie Bray. Surely you have heard that song. La Clamande One? No, I don't know that song. Put it up here, I'll listen to it. But with my headphones, I can't let you guys hear. How fucking stupid is that? It's so interesting. There you go. Perfect. Thanks. Awesome. It's so early. I can't believe I'm awake. I like it immediately. I wish I could sing. Or like sing well. It'd be so much fun. I can just sing all the time. I wouldn't even like talk anymore. I would just sing everything. It's a beautiful song. Sing for your freedom. Yep. Next time I'm in jail, I'll try that one. That was actually funny. I know you're laughing. I hear you. Well, what's it like over in Scotland? Like, where do you live? Do you like live in like a city? Or are you out on the hill? What are you doing? What's your story? What are you doing? You live in Edinburgh. It's the capital. Now I want to look it up. You're distracting me from learning about mushrooms. Guy, stop. What's it like? What is it? I mean, not the weather, but like. Like, man, I guess I could just look at pictures. Asking somebody what a place is like is a very ambiguous question. I'm sorry to put you in that position. It's mostly pleasant. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, that's a plus. Nice old architecture, etc. in town and stuff. People are mostly friendly too. Perfect. How big is it? I'm so sorry, but it's so bright in here. And I should have slept more. I'll have to Google you. I will. I'll look it up. How big is Scotland? Lazy bugger, fuck off. No, we gotta stick to the topic. Okay, so I know that he's saying that the mycelium can negotiate which plants are grown, obviously above, right? Up. And that in turn encourages X, Y, and Z fauna to eat and indulge in the flora. And then they poop and die. I have the hiccups, I'm sorry. And then they, in turn, feed the mycelium. And he's suggesting that they are thinking, and it's a very deliberate, but he mentions at the very beginning, he's like, look, I don't think we have the vocabulary or like the understanding of, because we think of ourselves as like the leaders, you know, like humans are the the smartest, the dominant ones. We have language and whatever. But like we don't have any real appreciation for all of the other species probably being able to communicate with each other. And he's suggesting that mycelium alone dictates what the topography is going to be in an area. So this like I said, I started watching this and I was like, no, I want to talk to people about this. Like, people should learn something. So the fact we can appreciate anything at all is something. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, I think that we are practically non-responsive to the idea that everything, flora, fauna, mycelium, fucking, it probably appreciates. It has feelings the same way that we do. And that's a hard fucking concept to grasp. Just because we've been told for so long that, like, we're the ones who have it, like, no one else. Or at least in our culture, that's what we're told. Do they tell you guys that shit over in Scotland? Do they tell you, like, humans are the best? For lack of better words. They say in Scotland that there are various levels of consciousness, with a myriad of feelings and depth of self depending on species. So you guys are a lot more, I guess, in touch is the first fucking phrase that comes to mind. That's cool. I'm into that a lot. So, to what capacity? What are your thoughts on this? I want to know more about what you think about all of that. If you want to, I mean, I assume you do.
Mama, yeah, I'm mommy styled.
Indeed. Go have fun.
And jet.
Oh.
Mommy masked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we're like this, we put on one of these, but they're blue. Yeah, they're different mask yet.
Awesome.
They fit perfectly.
Very cool. I never thought in any capacity
This
that
Jonah
masks would be an accessory. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
they
have
could
fun.
be a headband,
Yeah.
soft,
Oh.
even those Chinese things they do for tummy. You can even put them on your arm.
Groovy. Please. Please.
I have to go ecstasy.
Of course, yeah. For example, a worm may only think about eating. Oh, so we haven't gotten there yet, but I had mentioned, and then he goes into further depth of the concept that when you eat mushrooms, and I don't remember if he specified, like, if it was the psilocybin or just edible mushrooms, but it creates new neurons in the brain. But I would assume that worms, if what he's saying that there's a ridiculous amount of fungi in the soil, worms are constantly eating it. So then they would have all of these neuron connections, and they probably would think about more than just eating. See, this is a good man. This is a good outlet to like ponder shit, because you all around the world, Jesus Christ, so much fucking fun. I'm so sorry. They won't feel pain, but they're still alive, of course, just with a diminished sense of reality. Don't we all have a diminished sense of reality? Like, it's relative. Interesting. And then G said, want to become famous by primes and views on bigfollows.com. There you go, guys. If you want to become famous, that's all you have to do. And then Guy said, yeah, the more senses you have, the more appreciation you can have for the world at large. The less, the smaller your world becomes. Well, I guess that was kind of my point, is you're in Scotland, and your entire life experience is completely different than mine. Like, if you were... Yeah, I already did. But if you're a worm, right? You're like... You're so small. So, like, you're... I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. good morning to everyone.